What's up, YouTube? This is Josh coming at you. Man, we got this massive box from Japan. Stay tuned. So welcome back, you guys. So like I said, we got this huge box from Japan. Just got this today in the mail. I actually wasn't even sure if it was going to make it in time to be included here in these March 2023 pickups or not, but we're going to go through this whole box with you guys. I have opened it just to get through the incredible packaging that they did on it, but I have not pulled anything out of the box yet. I know what's in it because I ordered it, but we're going to go through it together. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's as well as packaged on the inside as it is on the outside, because I got a few pretty cool things in there. So let's get to this beer that we got right now. We got this coming to us from Smoketown Beer Company, and they are another one from the home state here of Maryland. This is It's For My Wife. It's the Orange Milkshake IPA. This is one of a few out of the 4-pack that I got, and man, this is a delicious beer right here. This one comes into us at 5.1% ABV. If you like IPAs, you'll like it. If you like a citrusy style of beer, you'll like it. It's not super bitter like some IPAs are. It's definitely got that. You can really, as soon as you crack the can open and pour it, you can really smell the orange in it. And it's got a very nice citrusy orange flavor to it with a light bitterness. It's really, really good. Smoketown beer comes to us, as I said, from my home state of Maryland. I'd have to see exactly where they're at. I think I've had them on the channel before. They're in Brunswick, Maryland, which is out kind of near the mountainous areas of Maryland. It's west. It's in western. I wouldn't say it's western Maryland, but it's west of where I'm at anyway. But if you guys get a chance and you see this brew anywhere around about, definitely check it out. It is really, really good. So honestly, the majority of my pickups are going to be in this box. I do have some pretty decent stuff here, though. I was picking some stuff up local, but I was doing some shopping. That box comes to us from Sendico.com. They do different sites. I guess they're Mercari Japan, Yahoo Auctions Japan, and you can bid. They proxy bid for you. The way it all works with that stuff is you put money into an account with them, and then you can bid on anything you want to on their site. When you win the bid, the stuff is shipped to them. They hold it for you until you're ready to ship it to you. So you can win a bunch of bids for a bunch of different auctions. They can consolidate it all together and then ship it over to you when you're ready. Before we jump into that box, though, let's check out the other pickups I got this month. I got one comic book I picked up just kind of on a whim. I went to the comic book shop. I found I was looking around. I didn't find exactly what I was looking for in there, but I didn't want to go out empty-handed. We got a copy here of What If X-Men. This is like a newer version. I don't know how old it is, to be honest with you. I didn't open it up yet. I actually just picked it up a couple days ago, and I just haven't had time to read it yet, but I wanted to check it out. I love the What If comics, and this one, it looked pretty cool. The cover art on it looked pretty wild, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the What Ifs, but with the What If series of comics from Marvel, they basically take storylines and they say, what if something different happened in this story arc, and it's totally different. So kind of cool. I always liked it. They got a really cool series on Disney Plus as well that they did with the What If. So thrift shop, man, I had no thrift hits. I didn't get to the thrift as much as I like to this past month. And honestly, when I have been getting there, I just haven't been seeing much of anything. I got one movie there. I got this Dragon Slayer. This is an old school fantasy movie, and it's the genre that I love the most. It's pretty cool. This one's from like the early 1980s, but I popped it in and watched it already one time. But awesome movie. If you like the fantasy genre, you'll like this one for sure. And I only picked up one game from the thrift shop this month, and that was a Unreal Championship, only on Xbox. A nice clean copy of it, but thought it was well worth it for a couple bucks. That was it from the thrift shops. I had some retail stuff. I hit a couple game shops as well. From GameStop, I used my $5 off coupon for the month, and I picked up a copy for the Wii U of Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric. I got this for $10 from them. They had it in there. Really clean, complete copy. Pretty cool to get it. I think it's like running around $30 or so. I don't know. I haven't checked the Wii U prices. I know have been going like really weird with the shop closing down and everything. But this is one that I didn't have, and I got it for $10 because I had a $5 off coupon. So I thought well worth that. I picked up 2 retail games from Walmart too that were brand new. This one right here, they had it at labeled at $14.88. This is like a big box version of Sonic Colors Ultimate. It's got the little keychain Sonic in there. It was actually on clearance for $10. So, you know, I don't know. I'm sure most of you guys that watch the videos and stuff, you've seen people go in and scan stuff and they get the clearance prices, and that one was $5 cheaper. So it was well worth grabbing. And while I was in there, because this is what I went in there for, I wanted a copy of this. As everyone said, it's been hard to find, and I've actually never played Metroid Prime, so I thought the remastered version would be great to play. I do have it on GameCube, I just haven't got around to playing it yet. So I snatched it up. They had a few copies of them in there on the Switch, and I grabbed it. So I'm glad to have that. What else do we got here? We stopped at a couple of the local game shops. If you guys have local retro mom and pop shops in your area, you should definitely go and support them whenever you can. Pick a game or two up, even if it's not much money that you're spending in there. It just helps them stay in business, and they're a great resource for you to have around as a game collector. Had to get a little more of that. That's such a good beer. I hit one of them up. There's 3 that are real close to me. I hit 2 of them up, but from this one I picked up a copy of Serious Sam 2. It was a nice clean copy. It's a game series that I've never played, so hopefully looking forward to checking it out. Maybe I should try to find the first one before I jump into the second one. If that's the scenario, if I should know before I really jump hard into this, you guys let me know in the comments below, and I'll have to search that one out. I got a nice clean copy as well of, let me open it up and get it out of here, keep the glare off of it, of Aiden Chronicles for the Nintendo 64 as well from them. A black cart variant. If you find the gray cart variant of this, it's much more valuable than this one is, but one of the few RPGs, I think there's only like 3, correct me again if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure there's 3. There's this one, Quest 64, and Ogre Battle 64, that are on the Nintendo 64, but I wanted to check out, and it looked pretty cool once I got it home, cleaned it up, and tested it out. It seemed like it was pretty neat. I'd like to jump into that one soon. One eBay pickup. Man, I probably should have opened these all up out of these cases, so the glare is going to be ridiculous on them, but one eBay pickup. We finished off the Tengen Black Cart collection here with this one right here. We got a copy of Pac-Mania. I was super stoked to get this bad boy right here and add it, and that was the last one that I needed for the Tengen set. It's done. I've got them all, the gray and the black. Some other pretty cool ones that I picked up from, these were from a different game store. This one is from, these were from Vault Video Games. I've had them on the channel quite a couple times before. We got a nice copy of Maniac Mansion. I saw on Facebook they had a couple of posts where they were like, we got some new games in, and I saw a bunch of nests that I didn't have. It was a bunch of different things in there. I could have spent a ton more money, to be honest with you, in there, but I didn't have Maniac Mansion, so I decided to snatch that one up. That's one that I've seen lots of people talk good about, and I decided that I needed to get it in the collection sooner rather than later. Another one that I got right here that I got from them, not a very good game, but it was one that I did not have, and we got a copy of Who Framed Roger Rabbit for the original Nintendo. And then the final one we got from them up there was we got a copy of North versus South, or North and South. I think that's the way it's printed. This is like a strategy game where you pick sides, and you can set your different troops up in different formations, and you can go at it, but kind of a cool little game. Was glad to add that one as well. That was all I had from retail pickups. I got one more thing here before we jump into the big box from Japan. I know I'm already blathering on for this period of time. I did last month, I think if you guys watched the pickup video, you'll have remember me saying that I had put a post on my local Works Trader about Nintendo for trade, that I wanted to see if anybody out there had games that I didn't have that might want to trade for some dupes that I had. And one guy reached out to me, and we were back and forth a little bit about it, and we finally made something happen here at the beginning of March. I traded him, I think it was like 15 pretty common games, and I picked up 2 games and a little bit of cash from him in exchange for the ones that I traded him. And we got a copy of Wampum. Pretty nice copy of that too as well. That's a pretty cool game. That's one that I had been wanting to get because I've been wanting to play it because I never played it before, but it's a pretty cool little platformer game. And we got a copy of Mega Man 4. So one more for the Mega Man set. I think I still need the 2 most expensive ones, and you guys will know who that is. 1 and 5. All right, so that was it for retail stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing. I did have one more thing I picked up from the Goodwill, and that was a couple of these CD cases. And you may be like, well, why did you buy those? Well, they work great for PlayStation games, and they also work great for the crap ton of CDs that I have just loosely in a tote that at some point I'd like to get it back out so I can listen to them. All right, So let's get into this massive box here from Japan. Hopefully I'll blather on a little bit, but not too super long. And hopefully everything that's in this box will be in really good shape. Let me make myself a little bit of room here so I could still get to the brewski as we're going on. It is packaged. It looks like it's packaged very nicely inside here. Let me see. I might want to grab my handy dandy pair of scissors right here to get in through the first layer of tape and bubble wrap. So after I finished recording this video, I really kind of realized that it took me forever to get through this box, to unwrap everything. It was noisy, everything else on camera, and I thought I could do this a little quicker if I just shot it, toss the box to the side, and show you guys what I got from Japan. So like I said, Sendico.com, you go on there, basically you load money into your account. You could proxy bid on, or they'll proxy bid for you, I guess I should say, stuff that you want. You put in what you want and they'll just boop, 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 and you'll either win it or you lose it. Sort of like eBay, but I think it's Yahoo Auctions Japan. Mercari has stuff listed on there as well over in Japan. Bunch of different things. The majority of this stuff, as I said, is Nintendo 64 stuff. So if you're not into Nintendo 64, you might not be into what I got right here. The first thing, though, out of the box was the only thing that was not Nintendo 64 that I got in this little package. And I got a couple of these little Famicom disc system games. I don't have a Famicom disc system to play them on. I just thought the graphics on these things were too cool. This first one right here is the Famicom Grand Prix F1 race. Got Mario standing next to his little Indy car with his Famicom outfit on. Just too cool. It's got a blue disc, which is a little different than the a lot of them that I've seen are the yellow Nintendo discs with the molded Nintendo in there. The other one I got was another one. Like I said, the only reason I bought them is because I just thought they would just make cool little shelf candy pieces, and they were only, I think this one was $8 and this one was $10 or something like that. They weren't very much at all. At least I didn't think that was that much. I don't know about you guys, but just for something cool and vintage for the game room. We got 3D Hot Rally here with Mario and Luigi in their little buggy going on. This one also has a blue disc as well. Just really neat little pieces of Nintendo history, I think. So maybe these might fall into the new category of something that I'll collect. Have to import them though, right? So we'll go to conventions and find them. The next thing I got, like I said, everything else, Nintendo 64. But we got this Japanese Nintendo 64 right here. And you may be asking yourself, Josh, why would you have bid on just a standard gray Japanese Nintendo 64? And for the most part, you'd probably be correct in assuming that it was kind of dumb to do that. But I thought this was such a good deal. It came with the system. It does not have an expansion pack, but it came with the system. It's super clean, the hookups for it. These systems are so easy to mod. You just get yourself these little 3D printed trays right here. Like I said, they're super easy. You just pop them open, swap the tray out, no region lock on it, and you're good to go. You can play North American or Japanese titles. This particular set, though, came with 5 controllers and 10 different games. So the controllers, I actually was going through all my controllers, my color controllers, and I found that I did not have a red controller. And this one happened to come with 3 of them. Now this one right here, this one's got kind of a crappy stick on it. This one's not the greatest stick either. It came with 3 red controllers, no gray ones, which was the oddest thing of the bunch. Here's the other one. This one is in immaculate shape, man. It's just clean. The stick is in great shape. It came with a blue one as well. Another one with a great stick. And I didn't have a red or a blue controller. I thought I did, but I think I must have had them back when I had my original Nintendo 64. So I just wanted to add them back into the collection because I'd like to eventually have all the different color controllers. It also had one of these Japanese, they're like a 2-tone translucent clear and watermelon front. Over in Japan, instead of the straight colored Funtastics, they did these 2 tones where they had the ice blue and the clear, and they had the red and the clear, and I think they had a few other ones as well. So 5 controllers, a system, and 10 games, and it was $60. That's pretty damn cheap. Let me show you the games that were in the bundle as well. Some of them I don't have, so I will keep, and some of them I do. I have a DK64 already, but not too bad. Pokemon Stadium 2. All these I have already for the North American copies. Let's see, Mario Party 3, which is another one that I have already. Mario Kart 64, that's a great one right there. The bundle with the little system to sell off. We've got Super Smash Brothers, another good one. This one, Sun 64. I wasn't sure what it was. I had to look it up after I got it. It's Puyo Puyo Sun 64. So it's like a almost like a Dr. Mario type of game. It's a puzzle game. We got Tamagotchi, one of the Tamagotchi games for another one. It wasn't released in the States. And then we got Mario Golf. And the last one we got of the bunch is, I think this one's called Animal Forest. Don't ask me what the Japanese name for it is. It does have a different name, but I think it translates to Animal Forest. But it's basically the first Animal Crossing game that they put out, and it was on the 64, and we never got it over here in the States. Next, moving along, we've got some pretty cool N64 games that I purchased separately. This one right here, I was looking for these next. Well, let me do this one first before we jump into this. Just, you know, just drag it along. We got a copy of Mario Kart 64 as well. We got the big box. I just thought this was neat, and this was not that expensive. I think it was like 18 bucks or 20 bucks that I got it for. Pretty cheap. So it comes with a box copy of Mario Kart 64. It's got the paperwork and the manual and everything in there, and it comes with this pretty cool controller in here as well. It's a two-tone gray black that we didn't get as a straight release here in the States. We got the full black or the full gray. So I thought that was pretty neat. I just like the big box. I mostly just wanted it for display. I've already got a copy of Mario Kart 64 for the North American release that if I really want to play, but still, I just thought it was just a really cool, neat little shelf piece to add to the Nintendo 64 collection. These other games that I got though, these I specifically sought out. These weren't just random impulse buys like these last two things were. These were games that I wanted that were released only in Japan, and I wanted to be able to play them eventually, so I had to track myself a copy. Now we got a copy here of Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. This was this game and the next one that we have right here were both released by Asmik, and they were both built on the same engine that the WCW, NWO, Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, all the greatest wrestling games of all time are built on. And I've never played them, and I wanted to check them out. I thought that would be really cool to grab up. We also got this nice, clean, crisp box copy of Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. This one right here, I actually wasn't searching out a box copy, but I couldn't find a loose copy of the game, and this wasn't that expensive. I think if I'm not mistaken, this one was like $25 or something for the box copy of it. So not that bad. All in all, pretty good grab, I thought, especially considering the kind of shape it's in. Next game that I have here was, like I said, another one, Japanese only release that I was really wanting to play. I heard such good things about over the years and just never have got a chance to play it. So this one's probably going to pop up maybe on a CRT Saturday matinee. We got ourselves a copy of Sin and Punishment for the Nintendo 64. Nice, beautiful, clean copy, except for the box. The box isn't in the greatest shape. It's not ripped up or anything, so I mean that's a plus, but it's definitely got shelf wear and a little bit of crushes and stuff on it. But in general, the copy itself is in good shape. It's got the manual, it's got the tray, it's got a nice clean cartridge inside. This is an on-rail shooter. At least that's what I'm pretty sure it is. The last time that I read something about it. And it was definitely one that I wanted to, like I said, add to the collection. So we'll get ourselves a couple of box protectors for these two games here that we got in the boxes to keep them in decent shape. But we're definitely excited to check those games out and play them. The last thing we have that we got from Japan here in the box from Syndico was a system that I've been wanting to get one of. It is a Fantastic, I guess you'd call that. This is the Die Hawks edition of the Nintendo 64. It's got the fire orange and the black two-tone matching controller that came with it and everything. I'd been wanting one of these for a long time. I saw like a year and a half ago. I think one of my buddies here in the Retro Collective, Kinda Cool, got one as a gift, and I was really admiring that thing every time he'd do a video, and I'd see it on a shelf behind him, and I was like, man, I really want one of those to add to my Nintendo 64 collection. So gives me yet another color towards the collection, and it was definitely something that I was really seeking out to had for mostly for a little shelf candy, right? I mean, like, do I need more than one Nintendo 64? Yes, I do. That's why I bought it. That one also came with the hookups as well, and it came with the manual. It didn't come with the box, but that was the only thing that was missing out of it. So all in all, I think not a bad little score. Like I said, Syndico, you load your money up, you bid on what you want to, and then when you're ready, they'll consolidate it all. And that's what you saw here. They consolidate everything into one big box. So I paid one shipping fee. Honestly, so quick how that box got here. It was literally, when I paid, it was like 2 or 3 days. I think I paid on a Sunday night because it was Monday in Japan, and it was here by Wednesday. So yeah, like 3 days. So not bad at all. That's all I got this time, you guys. Until next time, everybody out there, take care of yourself. Cheers.